Hey guys, and welcome back to round 16 of the 2008 season here on F1 2014. It is the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's get into it. And heading into this round, Felipe Massa has broke past 100 points scored for the season and leads Lewis Hamilton by 6. Raikkonen only 9 points off his teammate in third. Robert Kubica now eliminated from the championship, unfortunately. And Kovalainen also not in with a chance of the championship today. David Coulthard, 15th place. He's the final driver to have scored points this year. Ferrari leading McLaren and have a great chance of winning the Constructors as long as they don't get outscored by McLaren by 16 points. They've got it here today. It's qualifying time for the Chinese Grand Prix in beautiful weather conditions. And the whole weekend is going to be pretty beautiful. 25 degrees Celsius, no chance of rain for qualifying. 22 degrees Celsius and no chance of rain for Sunday, which is race day. And we arrive here, unfortunately, with no chance left of the championship. The best we're hoping for is to finish out the season with 3 back-to-back victories, which is great, but we just needed that sort of form a few rounds earlier when I was, bottling every other session, whether it was qualifying or the race. It's really between Massa, Raikkonen and Hamilton, or Massa, Hamilton, Raikkonen, should I say. That's the championship order, and those are the main protagonists. Is Robert Kubica going to have a play in what happens? Let's find out. Back in the early days of this track being on the calendar, it was near the end of the season. I think it was first on the calendar back in 2004. It was the scene of Michael Schumacher's last ever victory in Formula 1 in 2006, and we've seen some shocking and memorable moments, most notably to me at least 2007 when Lewis Hamilton was boxing on the intermediate tyres that were worn down basically to a nub, and he essentially got caught going into the pit lane and went into the gravel, got stuck, and that basically cost him the World Championship in his debut season. And that's what I mostly remember about China being this late on the calendar. In modern Formula 1, of course, it's nice and early on the season. We missed out on pole last time in Japan by half a second. It was still a good showing in the qualifying session. I'm hoping to go even closer to pole position here today. Let's start our first flying lap in the session. Raikkonen on pole right now at 37.4, and we are just marginally up through the first 2 sectors. I was up by 84 100ths or 84 1,000ths, so 8 100ths. Hopefully we can maintain that in this final sector. Late braking into the hairpin. Just slightly missing the apex of the hairpin and losing grip on the exit. So that probably has cost me the fastest lap time in the session so far. Another understeer moment through the final corner. And up towards the line for Robert Kubica. It is not going to be pole position. It is 3/4 of a second down and in 5th position. We'll have to go again. And on the next lap we are up by 0.2 of a second on Raikkonen's time in the first sector. And now Kovalainen to the top of the standings. A 37 flat from the Finn. Very strong lap time. We've got a bit of traffic here. And we are down on this second lap by 0.2 of a second on my previous best. Down by 0.5 of a second on Kovalainen. Definitely been a stronger final sector. I feel like it should be a personal best lap. And it is. A 37.6. 5th place. Slower than my teammate and 0.6 off the pace setter, which is Heikki Kovalainen. Back out there on fresh soft tyres. About to push for pole position. Here we go. It's a personal best in the first sector, but down by 10th on the pace setter. And we now have a bit of traffic. Some drivers lifting off. That's Glock and Bourdais. And another personal best in the middle sector. So 0.3 up on my previous best time here. And could this lap time put us on the front row of the grid? I don't think it's challenging for pole position, but it is second place. Second place. Could we go any quicker? Yes, we can go quicker. A 10th up in that first sector. Oh, now we've got loads of traffic. Everybody out there for their final run. And was that Heikki Kovalainen blocking me? I think it was. If you've seen the previous video, you'll know I held up Raikkonen in qualifying last time out. So that's maybe just a taste of my own medicine now that I'm getting held up by the AI. And now Kubica rounding the final corner. He'll head down towards the line. Is it enough for pole position? That's the question. Across the line he goes. Is second place. And there's no better he can do. 0.5 off Kovalainen. And that'll do it. Kovalainen and Kubica, the 2 drivers mathematically out of the championship. They're first and second, which is quite ironic. There's Kimi Raikkonen in 3rd place, ahead of the championship leader Felipe Massa. Nick Heidfeld and Nelson Piquet Jr. share row 3, with Alonso and Hamilton, the 2 adversaries from McLaren at the previous year. They're 7th and 8th, so Hamilton down in 8th. Really not what he needed going into this second to last round. Remember, Massa could win the World Championship quite easily today if he just outscores his rivals by a couple points. Timo Glock in 9th and Kazuki Nakajima, great qualifying from him in the Williams in 10th ahead of David Coulthard and Giuliano Trulli. Then it's the 2 Hondas, Barrichello ahead of Button, the 2 Super Aguri, Sato ahead of Davidson. The Force India Fisichella starts in 17th, followed by Bourdais, Vettel, Rosberg, Suttel and Webber. So I'd say Rosberg and Webber definitely not performing up to scratch today. They're really, really poor. Also, I'd say the Toro Rosso is also quite poor as well, down in 18th and 19th. Well, that is qualifying day done. Now, let's see if we can convert this into back-to-back victories. We've already won 3 races this season. Can we make it 4? Really bog-standard one-stop strategy today. Starting on the softs to lap 12 for the hard tyres. 28-lap race. Well, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2008 Chinese Grand Prix is next. Slightly more upbeat with that introduction today. And we're lining up on the grid ahead of the 2 Ferraris. You can see my teammate Heidfeld in 5th. We are alongside Heikki Kovalainen. 5 lights are on, and we are underway for the Chinese Grand Prix. And Kovalainen getting a nice strong start. Bogging down, though, through 2nd and 3rd gear is Robert Kubica. That might give another Finn of Kimi Raikkonen a chance around the outside. Raikkonen's trying it, but eventually I think he's going to lose out that battle, and that might allow his teammate Massa to slip up the inside. As to turn 1 and 2 we go. Wide at turn 2 is the pole sitter Heikki Kovalainen. So through goes Robert Kubica into the lead of the race, and he's already got a huge lead over the chasing pack. So what a fantastic start that is from the pole. Now we just need to maintain this for the next 28 laps, and victory is assured. The real-life 2008 season, I think, had 18 or 19 races. We're only doing 17 because I've had to skip a couple, or at least one, because of the AI being really, really slow at the track, which is unfortunate because if there was an extra race, we'd still mathematically be in the championship fight. And Kovalainen getting really close here down the back straight. Kubica thinking about defence, and they both break sort of equally into the hairpin, and through they go. At the apex, Kubica's still ahead. Raikkonen has managed to hold on to that 3rd place ahead of his teammate Massa. That is crucial for the championship. If Raikkonen finishes ahead of Massa today, he's still got a great chance at winning the championship at the finale in Brazil. There's already a huge gap from the lead pack to the second gaggle of cars, and there's like 3 or 4 drivers into the pits. So I imagine they're all repairing damage. And it is Barrichello and Button, both Hondas, in to repair damage on the opening lap. As well as that, Nakajima in the Williams, who qualified in the top 10, was looking really good for a starting position for points today. There's no points for him today. The Japanese driver already down at the back of the field. I think lap after lap I'm going to have to try and defend from Kovalainen. He's looking to the inside, this time under braking, and he takes the position away from Kubica. Also on the inside there is Kimi Raikkonen. I think there might have been a little bit of contact. And let's see what the replay shows. Was there contact? There was the Ferrari making contact with Kubica's rear right tyre. Not going to let Kovalainen escape with this victory today. Kubica really is on it lately, especially the Japanese Grand Prix. The Chinese Grand Prix is no different. We are spurred on, ironically, by the fact we're out of the championship fight. That has given us a bit more momentum and a morale boost for some reason. And Kubica really wants to finish this season strongly to show the grid what he's made of. Rich mix on the car here and slipstream, and we should be able to repass Heikki Kovalainen here. It's not the first time Kovalainen and Kubica have done battle for the lead of a race, and it might not be the last time either, as up the inside we go into the braking zone. That's first place for Robert Kubica as the Iceman. Kimi Raikkonen with a 38.6. That's the fastest lap so far. And Raikkonen up to 2nd, Massa up to 3rd. What has happened to Heikki Kovalainen? I think he's slipped down to 4th place. Not sure what happened there to the Finn, but he is now down outside the podium places. And this is on a weekend where Ferrari have basically clinched the Constructors' Championship. I think for McLaren to take this to the final race, they'd have to outscore Ferrari by about 16 points today, which is, of course, not happening. Raikkonen and Massa, to be fair, might have a run here on Robert Kubica down the back straight. Thankfully for the pole, who's in the lead of the race right now, the braking zone comes sooner rather than later. Sliding his BMW Sauber through the apex of the corner. Raikkonen, though, applying the pressure. He's looking for his first win in a number of Grand Prix. I don't think Raikkonen's won in the last 4 races, and I think he's only got 2 victories all season long. He's been outshone, or outshined, I'm not sure what the correct is there, but Massa has been outshining his teammate Raikkonen this season. And that's Massa moving past Kimi Raikkonen and into 2nd place. I was saying he was outshining Raikkonen this season, and he's proving it here as well. He's outshining him in the Chinese Grand Prix. Felipe Massa is gunning for victory today, and that victory, if Raikkonen finished in 3rd and Hamilton wherever he is, down in 7th or 8th, would ensure the championship for Massa at the end of today's race. From a viewer's point of view, I'm sure we all want to see that triple championship decider with between 3 drivers in Brazil. So I'm hoping it does go on to Brazil, but for that to happen, Massa needs to finish behind both Raikkonen and Hamilton realistically. Massa is so much quicker than me right now. Look at the run he's got on Kubica. To the outside goes Felipe Massa. He's edging ahead before applying the brakes into the corner. And as we round the hairpin, it is Felipe Massa, the Brazilian, leading the Polish driver of Robert Kubica in 2nd place. But the battle is definitely not over yet. We could set this one up with a great exit out the final corner. On the loud pedal we go, and into rich mix as well as we start lap number 8. Could we get a run on the Brazilian ahead? The Ferrari driver looking to maintain the lead into turn 1, and that's exactly what he does. Massa seems to be the fastest driver of them all today. I'm running rich mix to try and close the gap again down this back straight, but it's not enough to challenge him into the braking zone. And I fear he's just going to run away with this one today and clinch the championship. So maybe we won't get a deciding race in Brazil. Massa lapped 5 tenths quicker than me on the previous lap. That's the pace he's got right now. Who knows, maybe he's on a 2-stop strategy like they were in Japan. That could be my saving grace here. And in the battle for the final podium place, it seems Heikki Kovalainen has overtaken Kimi Raikkonen. Or is Raikkonen in the pits? I think Raikkonen boxed on the end of lap 8. So maybe they are on a 2-stop strategy. As we've had our first retirement of the afternoon, it is Timo Glock who's retired from the race. Now let's see what Massa does here. His teammate boxed on the previous lap, and Massa now boxes on lap 9. So that is, well, we lost half a front wing as well. That is a 2-stop for the Ferraris, and it is half a front wing missing for the new race leader, Robert Kubica. And we've had another retirement from the race. It's Kimi Raikkonen dropping out of the race. The Finnish driver, that might be his championship over. And a safety car has been deployed. And I assume that's for Kimi Raikkonen's incident. That was quite a late reaction from the safety car, but maybe they were just waiting for all the cars to cycle past the pit lane before deploying it. That's going to be interesting. Does that change the strategy at all? Well, the safety car on my screen, at least, is literally just a shadow. There is no car there. There is no safety car. So we're just going to assume that there is a safety car in front of me. It's kind of bad timing. I think I should have boxed on the end of the previous lap. We were supposed to originally box on the end of lap 12, but now everybody's going to be bunched up together again. It's going to be annoying, but we do need to switch tyres. Maybe the 3D model of the safety car is saved for if you actually buy the DLC for it. And I know it's not EA right now, it's just Codemasters, but if it was an EA game, I could see that happening. So it's Massa in 6th place, Kovalainen 8th, Hamilton 10th. And with Raikkonen out the race, I think if Massa just scores 2 points today, I think Raikkonen is outside of a chance of winning the championship. Really, we need Hamilton to outscore Massa today, and then it'll be a championship decider between the 2 drivers that decided the championship in real life in 2008. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to box. If I wait before the safety car, then the safety car comes in, and I wait till then, I feel like I will lose more time. But if I box now, I can get at least to the back of the safety car queue, and I assume some other drivers are going to box as well. Oh, never mind. Safety car's in this lap. This really has messed up the strategy. Okay, let's just stay out for a couple of laps, see if I can build a gap, and then box. We'll put it into rich mix for this restart. The safety car, you can't see it, but it is peeling into the pits. And we are about to get this race underway right now. Let's go for it. Away we go. Green flag is waving, and away go the drivers. It is a BMW Sauber 1-2 on the restart. PK Jr. in 3rd place, and there's already drivers going into the pits. I imagine the team are going to box Heidfeld this lap, so I might stay out for 1 extra lap and keep running it in rich mix. Just see if I can extend and pull away from somebody so I don't rejoin in last place after my pit stop. I do know that everybody else needs to box one more time, so I think I am still in a net first place. And that is Heidfeld into the pits, PK Jr. and Trulli also into the pits. And that is going to be Massa back up to 2nd place. We'll box at the end of this lap, lap 14. And we've seen another driver drop out the race. And this time it's Sebastian Vettel, the Toro Rosso driver. That's back-to-back retirements now for Sebastian Vettel, who was rumoured to go to Red Bull. I was speaking about it in the Japanese Grand Prix episode. Is that now in doubt? Maybe they'll go for Bourdais instead, because Vettel may be really not proving his worth. He's having one too many incidents as of late. Box on lap 14. Let's avoid doing what Hamilton did last year in 2007 and going into that gravel just there on the outside. Into the pits we go. Hopefully they also repair the damage. Moment of truth. Yes, they are going to repair the damage. A new set of the hard tyres on and a new front wing. And out we go here, right in the thick of the midfield. Through goes my teammate Heidfeld, and I'm out in 13th position. Got to clear these drivers quick as possible if I still want to win this race. Heidfeld seems very slow. He's stuck behind Anthony Davidson, who's having a nice race. The Super Aguri right now in 11th position. I imagine he's not boxed yet, though. Heidfeld going defensive. That's going to allow Kubica around the outside. Rookie move there from the teammate, and through goes Roberts into 12th. I can see drivers up ahead going side by side down this back straight. And down this long straight where I'm much quicker than Davidson. I'll look to the inside and under braking. Should have that move complete as we reach the curbing on the inside. We do. So that's 11th place. Button in 10th right in front of me. And Kovalainen has the lead right now. He's got past Felipe Massa, which is good news for Hamilton. Still, he needs to do a bit more. Hamilton really needs to be ahead of Felipe Massa. Or thinking about shaping up for a move here into turn 4. Not going to happen. I remember Daniel Ricciardo overtaking, I think it was Valtteri Bottas for the win into that corner back in 2018 or maybe 2017. Well, I'm all over Button here. It's only a matter of time before I go through. And he's going to do what Heidfeld does and defend this left-hander for some reason. So we'll just swoop around the outside and into a 10th position we go. So the top 3 right now is Kovalainen, Massa and Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton, who started down in 8th position and needed one heck of a race on Sunday in a place that he has really bad memories of from 2007. Right now he's doing what he needs to do, but he still has a bit more work to do. He needs to get past Felipe Massa. Heidfeld making progress behind me, not as quick as I am, but he has made it past Jenson Button. And Barrichello there has just been passed by Nakajima for 8th position. Nakajima could actually score some points today. Wouldn't that be fantastic to see? And that's Barrichello into the pits, so his tyres are completely gone off. A couple other drivers into the pits as well. Could that be... I think it's Nico Rosberg into the pits, so we're now inside the points. It means Nakajima is up to 7th place, and he's putting pressure on whoever's in front of him in 6th. It's one of the Renaults in 6th position. Look how close Nakajima is. Oh no, never mind. It's a Super Aguri. A Super Aguri's in 6th place. That's got to be Takuma Sato. Wow. Well, at least that safety car worked out for somebody. It worked out for Super Aguri. Sato is getting passed now by Nakajima. I think both of the Japanese drivers touched there down the back straight. Sato relegated to 7th, Nakajima up to 6th. And that's brought Kubica right into this fight. A 3-way fight now. But I am going to imagine that some of them are boxing. No, they stay out. Wow, maybe they are on the tyres they're going to take to the end of the race now. We will have a run here on Takuma Sato down the main straight with Kovalainen still leading the way. 10 laps to go, and that is a move for 7th position up the inside we go. I think Massa's into the pits and Lewis Hamilton, so 2nd and 3rd place box. Kovalainen stays out for another lap. Nakajima also in, alongside whoever was in 5th and 4th place. So David Coulthard was in 5th place, so he boxes as well. We should be up to 3rd place here, I think. We are up to 3rd place. Kovalainen, Webber, Kubica, Heidfeld, the top 4. Incredible stuff. It means Felipe Massa and Lewis Hamilton have rejoined in the gaggle of cars behind my teammates. In fact, through the pit stops, McLaren have jumped Ferrari. It's Hamilton in 5th and Massa in 6th position. They're both on brand new soft tyres, and they'll be looking to side their way through the field towards the podium places by the end of this 28-lap race. Can Hamilton stay ahead of Felipe Massa? That'll be huge for the championship. And race leader Kovalainen into the pits. I'm sure Mark Webber's going to box as well. That should give the lead back to Robert Kubica. And that is Webber into the pits and Kovalainen. As we head down the main straight, is Kovalainen going to rejoin in front? There he is on the right-hand side. There he is behind. Robert Kubica back into the race lead. And Hamilton has made it past Nick Heidfeld. There is a car between Hamilton and Massa. So Hamilton 3rd, Massa in 5th place. Team orders at McLaren need to be coming over the radio for Heikki Kovalainen right now. Ron Dennis should be screaming down the radio saying, Heikki, get out of the way. Hamilton needs that 2nd place. Kovalainen's all over me. Look how close he is as we head onto this back straight. This is going to be an easy move for the Finnish driver, as McLaren may be looking for that 1-2 finish today. We are still side by side down this back straight. Maybe I can still send it around the outside if there's space under braking, but Kovalainen just drifting over to... Oh, wow! Up the inside goes Hamilton. What a move that is from Lewis Hamilton. Never have I seen an AI in the Codemasters games up to this point do a lunge like that. This is for a championship. You can see right in the background, Massa overtaking Heidfeld. Look at this send from Hamilton up the inside. Just sends it. Absolutely sends it. Takes Robert Kubica by surprise. And it's now a McLaren 1-2. For the good of the championship, I'll do what I can to hold up Massa, so we can see it as exciting of a championship finale as we can possibly get. Hamilton with the fastest lap as well. He's putting the pressure on his teammate Heikki Kovalainen. They've got to reverse the positions at McLaren. And that's Massa. He's all over me. I've got to keep him behind for the next, 6 or 7 laps? It's going to be very difficult, but I'll try my best. It's another fastest lap from Hamilton, though he is still behind Kovalainen. They are nose to tail right now. Surely Ron Dennis is getting agitated with Kovalainen. He could be out of the team if he continues to put a performance up like this. And I've just been rear-ended by Massa very lightly. And there's damage! Massa's lost the front wing, has he? Or is that half a front wing? No, I think he's lost the whole thing. Oh my god. Well, championship drama everywhere you look. And before anybody blames me in the comments section, watch the onboard. I was driving normally. He just rear-ended me. Now, if Hamilton takes the race lead here, things will completely switch around. And I've lost another half a front wing by hitting the same bollard again. The marshal saw me wipe out the bollard halfway through the race and thought, let's put that bollard back there again so we can just do the same thing. And Massa has rejoined in 17th place. He's not scoring points today. This is huge. He was 6 points ahead of Hamilton going into this race. He'll be 2 points behind Hamilton if things stay like this. Also, I said if McLaren want a chance of winning the championship at the final race, they need to outscore Ferrari by 16 points. And I said, that's not going to happen. They're outscoring them by 18 points right now. I've been sent by my teammate Heidfeld. He did exactly what Hamilton did about 3 laps ago. I'm going to fight this one back though. I want that podium place. I can't be outdone by my teammate, surely. Round the outside of the final corner. What a move that is by Nick Heidfeld. Now, can he defend this position down the main straight? That's the question. The 2 BMW Sauber boys going wheel to wheel. It's a rare occurrence this season. Heidfeld just about gives the position back to Kubica, who forced his way in there through turn 1. And now with 3 laps to go, Hamilton setting another fastest lap. He is still not overtaking his teammate Heikki Kovalainen. Kovalainen refuses to budge. I don't think we're going to see any Super Aguris in the points today. Right now they're outside the top 10, unfortunately. But we will, I think, see a Red Bull score a point with Mark Webber. The McLarens, the pair of them, over 15 seconds clear of Kubica, which is incredible. Oh, that's nice. Felipe Massa fastest lap as he's still outside the top 10. Heidfeld's got another run here down the back straight. He's not going to make a move here, is he? Not round the outside, surely not. And he doesn't. And I'm almost out of fuel, but I keep having to run it in rich mix down the back straight just to defend. As we now start the final lap of the Grand Prix, which is going to be a huge turning point in the championship fight. And we've had a retirement on the final lap of the race here, as Jarno Trulli in the Toyota has dropped out the race. We'll run it in rich mix for one final time down this back straight. Out the final corner, Heikki Kovalainen is going to win. It's the McLaren 1-2 with Hamilton in second place. Hamilton takes the championship lead, and McLaren just have a foothold in the Constructors' Championship battle going into the final race. As Kubica around the final corner, it's going to be a first back-to-back podium since about the 5th or 6th round of the season. We go across the line in 3rd position. What ridiculous drama here in China, with Kovalainen disobeying team orders and winning ahead of Lewis Hamilton, but it is a McLaren 1-2. A BMW Sauber 3-4, Kubica ahead of Heidfeld, and a Renault 5-6 with Piquet Jr. once again outperforming Fernando Alonso. David Coulthard picks up 2 points for Red Bull, and Rosberg back in the points for Williams, ahead of Webber and Nakajima. Barrichello and Button, the 2 Hondas, missing out on a top 10 result, followed by Sutil, Massa, Sato, Fisichella, Bourdais and Davidson. Felipe Massa, that 3rd pit stop, really putting him out of contention of points in 14th place in the end. 4 retirements, Jarno Trulli, Sebastian Vettel and Timo Glock, but the big news was Kimi Raikkonen out of the race, and I think out of the championship fight. But now with Hamilton taking the lead in the championship, he might still actually have a chance. And after that dramatic race, Lewis Hamilton has taken the lead in the championship. He's 2 points clear of Felipe Massa going into the final round of the season. Unfortunately, Kimi Raikkonen can no longer win the championship after retiring here today. And we didn't see any new drivers scoring points today, but we did see, I think, David Coulthard pick up another point to add to his collection. Ferrari and McLaren, it's still a battle for the constructors. The gap is 16 points going into the final round, and a 1-2 finish is 18 points. So it could still switch around, but it's very unlikely. Thank you very much for watching that episode. Make sure to leave a like if you are excited to see the championship finale. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to, join the pit crew. Check out YouTube channel memberships. And I'll see you all in the season finale. Goodbye.